Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of the Bug Warrior. Unveiler's Oath is the seasonal reputation for Season 8 of Diablo 4. If you want to increase your reputation fast, there is a new approach that the top players are using, and that is slaying Aether Lords and Infernal Hordes by using masses. As you know, the default go-to activity or seasonal activity are Apparition Incursions, which allow us to join these events in the open world, where players have to defeat waves of enemies, then defeat 2 random apparition bosses, and last but not least, the lesser version of Belial. Completing all these objectives gives you loot, spectral ashes, and yes, reputation points. In average, you should clear an incursion in about 5 minutes, maybe less, depending on how strong you and your teammates are. The other option is to defeat lair bosses, which is really good, don't get me wrong, but of course you have to have the materials to earn the loot and reputation from the bosses. As you progress through the torment levels, you will find that defeating a boss might not be as simple as it sounds. That brings us to our third option, which is Aether Lords and Infernal Hordes by using masses. Of course, there is a random factor here to take into consideration, because you need to find 2 infernal offerings to make it work. The first one, and probably the fastest one that you will get, is called the Teeming Masses, where masses spawn an Aether Lord undead. Because of this offering, you need to select any other offering that is mass related, such as the Bursting Masses. This one is great because on wave start an Etheric Mass spawns, meaning you will get an Aether Lord immediately. Remember, you can select this offering multiple times, and that way multiple masses will spawn at wave start. Last but not least, try to get the Summon Lords. As the name implies, Aether Lords now spawn without using masses, and they will grant +3 Aether on kill. Other good options to force the algorithm to show more masses are the Exalted Masses and even the Gorging Masses. By following all of the above, and if you are lucky, you can very well go from 0 to 72,000, which is the maximum reputation you can get once you unlock every cache from the Unveiler's Oath board in a 10-wave Infernal Horde. Of course, for all of this to work, you need to be strong, since Infernal Hordes at the early Paragon levels are still a challenge. But as you progress, you can probably switch to this and finish everything you need to claim all caches for the Unveiler's Oath reputation system, or keep caching them to get amazing loot, and also, why not, if you want to level up an alt. Please let me know if you have tried this method, if it works for you, or if you know if there is another or better way. We reached the end of the video, thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far and found the video interesting or useful, please consider to share, like, comment or subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.